Good to see everyone today. Rock and roll. Courtney, unmute yourself real quick. So, Courtney and I just did with her business partner, Michelle, an awesome meet. There's Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Or yeah. And so we won't say who, but man, that was a great appointment. Were you pretty excited about it, you guys? Are
Oh
they
yeah,
pretty?
really well. They're talking to a
So
broker next week.
we're gonna say it was a big influencer either on the internet or radio or TV. We'll give them that much. But they are excited about using their platform that they spent 7 years building to grow internationally with EXP. I thought it went pretty good. You guys pretty excited?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you for all your help with it, Brent.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I know Tom's
Awesome.
been there and Dawn and everybody using the team. You guys are using the team. And don't forget to bring Gene Frederick in, which is, I'm going to be talking about that today on the power of utilizing your team. So, really important today that you grab a notepad, a big one or a little one. I don't care what size you get, but you know me, I'm a note taker. If you don't stab a great idea with the end of your pen, they get away. So, write this down. Randy Berg, good to see you. He's going to come to Puerto Rico in a few weeks, and I just want to hurt him so bad in golf. Can I say that publicly? Is that even an ability? I want to punish him. I just want to destroy him. I love him dearly, but I want to crush him like a granola grain. I want to get him. All right. Did I mention that? It's just a little golf competitive thing. It's no big deal. He would have it any other way.
There's
Good
no
to see
shame in
everybody.
second place, Brent Gove.
Exactly. See, you have to put up with that. Anyways, all right, well, let's rock and roll. So, what I want to talk about today is vision. I want to talk about what's your vision for your life. Without hope, people perish. Without vision, people go in circles. You got to have a vision. So, write this down. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm going to give you time to answer. I'm not going to talk. We could put some music on, Rob, some cool music on in the background. Just had that thought because it's quiet. So, Rob, look for some cool, I don't know, fun music,
All right,
jazz or
I'm on it.
You're on it, Rob, the voice of God. Rob is on it. So, I'm going to ask you questions and I want you to write down these answers because a lot of people, they don't have these answers. And it's like, what are you doing? I mean, stop. Do not go past here. So here, number one, where do you want to live in 3 to 5 years? Do you want to live where you live now, or do you want to live in Tahoe? Do you want to live in Carmel? You want to live in Florida? You want to live in Italy? Where do you want to live? Or do you want to live, maybe you live in Granite Bay, but you want to live with the view of the lake. You're in Granite Bay, but you can't see the lake. You're in El Dorado Hills, but you can't see the lake. I want to live in this development, the promontory in El Dorado Hills or Folsom. And so where do you want to live? It's not that you have to change your city, but where do you want to live in 3 to 5 years? It could be, I want to live where I live now. Fine, no problem. But I want you to think a little bit about your life. If it could go the way you want it to go, okay? I'm not saying Beverly Hills in a $60 million mansion and you won the lottery. I'm thinking realistically, what would be exciting to you to achieve in the next 3 to 5 years? So that's number one. Rob, this one's a quicker question, I think, for most people. So I'm not going to give you any more time than what I just gave you. You should be able to go, I think I'd like to live here. Okay. And you can see you win. You like it. Okay. Cut the music because that one's we can hit pause. That one is a short question. That was easy. Some of these will take a little bit more time. We'll turn the volume down a little bit too, Rob. But number two, would you live in a beautiful home? And if so, would it have a view, maybe a view in a pool, a gym in your garage or one of the rooms? Would it be on acreage? Would you have a gardener? Would you have a pool person? Would you have a housekeeper, a living cook or chef? Blah, blah, blah. So we'll put the music on. I want you to write down, would you live in a beautiful home? And we'll turn that volume down. At least it's really loud on my computer. Turn it down. Just dream a little. What's the home look like? I'm gonna give you 30 more seconds. I just want to chum it. You can make it look pretty after this. A little something I recorded on my guitar earlier for you guys. Randy was on the percussion. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I got a lot of questions for you. Pause, maestro. And so number three, and I want you to work on this later. I just want to get you started. What kind of car would you drive? Yours and your spouse. Maybe the cars I drive now. It's that quick and easy. But some of you like, I do not want to be driving the car I'm driving now in 3 to 5 years. I would like to have a cute little convertible. So my pastor's like, I'd love a convertible Porsche Targa. I remember he told me that in 1985 in Chico. He says, I can't though. Everyone will think I'm spending their tithe money on a Porsche. He goes, I get a used one for like $10,000. He was, but instead he went and bought a Dodge Caravan because it's perfectly acceptable for the pastor to run his family around in a Dodge Caravan, which were $25,000 back then. So it was 2.5 times more, but an acceptable item for a pastor to be driving. He goes, but if I really could, I don't care if I had 100,000 miles on it, I'd love a used Porsche Carrera convertible, 160,000 miles, just to tootle around town, wear my sunglasses. So what's your dream? Kind of car do you want to drive in 3 to 5 years, you and your spouse? Yeah, that should have been quick and easy. So enough on that one. Number four. I love the music there, Rob. Good job. Number four, what type of trips would you take? Would you go to Rome, Tahiti, Hawaii, safari, golf trip, Spain, Greece, France? I don't know, Brazil, South America, Antarctica. What crazy fun trips would you like to do in 3 to 5 years? Go ahead and start the music. We'll give you about 45 seconds. Okay, next question. Number 5. Assuming your bills are paid, and who wouldn't want all their bills paid? And some of your bills are paid now, but how much money would you have in the bank? 50,000, 100,000, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million, 3 to 5 years from now. And not, I'd have 50 million, something believable. Unless you can believe that, unless you can see 50 million, more power to you. But how much money? I mean, is it wonderful to have no money in the bank? So go ahead and start the music and just dream a little. Assuming your bills are paid, how much money would you have in the bank 3 to 5 years from now? Yeah, that's a good volume, Rob. I like the volume down. Good. Okay, that's long enough there. And you could spend more time on this, like I said. You could spend more time on this. Ugh, sorry, I'm reaching for something I want to show you. More time on this tonight, and you really should do it tonight. Like, be done with it. Get it done. Number 6, fun hobbies. If you had the time, would you golf more? Would you play pickleball more? Would you mountain bike more? Would you go hunting more? Do some hunting trips to Montana or Wyoming, elk hunting? Would you go fishing up in Alaska? You know, what would you do if you had more time? And so I want you to kind of consider that one. Let's see. Just had a phone call and it totally blew out my whole thing. So time is of the essence, but if you had the time, what fun hobbies would you do? That you don't do now because you're working so hard? Okay, next question. How are you going to do it? What's your step-by-step plan? Right? Write this down with an asterisk. If it's not in your calendar, it's all a dream. If it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. You simply put it in your calendar and it's going to happen. People write down goals, but it doesn't go to their calendar. it must go in your calendar. So your plan on how to achieve it has to go in your calendar. We're going to get to that now. We're going to get to the plan. So let me start with some questions on achieving these wonderful things, whatever they are for you. And so number one, and this may throw you, but it's important because you got bills to pay now. How many listings will you take in 2025? How many listings? Listings are good. They're money in the bank. They're really good. Mrs. LaFrance, I keep seeing your wonderful smile, and I finally realized it's a still shot. You're just like, I go, man, she's just stuck there smiling. It's so funny. It's great. It's a great picture. I looked at, oh, and then I go, oh, it's frozen. That's what it is, or it's a still shot. Great picture. So how many listings will you take in 2025? And then how many buyer sites will you do in 2025? So I'm going to take 15 listings, 10 listings, 30 listings, whatever it is, 50 buyer sites, 0, or maybe, I'll do 10 buyer sites and 10 listings, whatever they are, put it down. Now, one of the things and that shouldn't take you too long. I'd like to do this many listings and this many buyers. For example, Noel Kreider. I'm going to have you unmute. She didn't know I was going to do this. Did you get a chance to write down how many listings you want to do and how many buyers you want to do, Noel?
I did. I put down 20 listings and 10 buyers.
I love it. 30 transactions. With the average commission is about $10,000 to you, or more or less these days?
Probably 15.
15,000. She's a baller, people. So that is awesome, Noel. So 30 times 15, right? So it's do my math of 5, 30. Where's that? $450,000. Did I do the math right? Is that right? $450,000 of income.
Yep.
Awesome.
That'd be good. That would be a record breaker for me, but it's totally doable.
There you go. And so what we're going to get to, you got to say, okay, how am I going to go from a dream, these 20 listings and this dream of 10 buyer sites to do 30 to make 450,000? What is it I'm going to do daily and weekly? Don't worry about the month, the year. Just got to figure out your week. I built a huge business, both in sales, by just worrying about what I did the week, and then repeated it every week, and had successful months and successful years. Super easy. And then you live by your calendar, not your emotion. You'll come up with this grandiose plan, and you're going to get invited to go houseboating this weekend. You're going to come up with this grandiose plan, and you're going to get invited to go to Napa. And you're like, oh man, I think I'd rather go to Napa. I think I'd rather do this. And your job is to say no, because you follow the plan. Plan trips to Napa, plan a time to go houseboating, but don't be a sucker. A sucker gets pulled into really good things that they shouldn't have been pulled into, and it distracts them from really what they need to do for their family. So be rigid. And don't miss. So, okay, we got those two things. Number two, and by the way, Noel, you and I have been at real estate for a little while now. I'm coming in year 27, I think. How about you, Noel? How long? You maybe 10 years, 15. You're young and beautiful. How long?
20.
What?
20.
20 years. Noel's amazing. I've known her forever. Probably known you for a long time, and off and on. She's amazing. But every year to do this, you have to put out effort. Is it take a little bit of effort or a lot of effort to go do 20 listings and 10 buyers? You're going to spend some time this year in 2025 doing that, right, Noel?
Yeah, and doing things differently, doing the smart things like staying in touch with my database and, the stuff that, and I've been bad about that. And I actually am working with a coach that's helping me be on task, and it's starting to work.
So Noel, put it in your calendar. I do this every Monday.
Yeah.
I do this every Tuesday. I do this every Wednesday. I do this every Thursday. I do this every Friday. I do this every Saturday. I do this every Sunday. What could you do every Sunday? Rest. What do you do every Saturday? Take your husband out on an awesome night on the town and surprise him and make it fun. And then maybe
Yeah.
you allow yourself 2 listing presentations. I always allowed myself to go on 2 listing appointments on Saturdays. It was fun. I'd show up in my jeans and a polo shirt. I wasn't one of these guys wearing a suit and tie. And then I'd be off to Apple Hill, Pumpkin Patch, whatever, go see my family, go do fun stuff, meet my daughters at the massage place at the mall, that they massage you and do your feet. And I'd sit there with my daughters and we'd all giggle and get a massage, and it just make life fun, man. And so there's a way to do it. Like, look at Vincent St. Louis in his convertible balling it there in California. He big baller, Vincent. Anyways, he just took half a year off and traveled across America in a beautiful motorhome with his pulling his Jeep and just did nothing. I mean, nothing. It's just like, da, 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 da. But he built the rev share port, which is my point. Number one, how many listings you want, how many buyers you want. It's great. You need to do that. But number next is you need to, that's a short game, and that's good. And the $450,000 will be great for you, Noel. But that's why you guys are all here. You're on the 1% club. Like, we want to build a revenue share. Shay Spitz. Shay, unmute yourself real quick. Thank you, Noel. Thank you. Shay, how many kids do you have?
I got 3.
And they're all grown adults now. How old are they?
My son just turned 8 yesterday. Riley, our oldest, is 9, and then Braylon turned 5 in September.
5, 8, and 9. I love it. She didn't go 5, 8, 9. She's like 8, 9, 5. She's like,
All of those. This is my, oh, if
5.
you can see this, this is my plan. You can kind of see it.
There it is, right there. We can kind of see it. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's a development.
Right there, right there.
Ish. Yeah.
What is
so it's
that
a development, 75 acres. So if anybody has experience with doing a development, I would love, and using TIF, I would love to connect if anybody has some
I
insight.
love
on
that. Shay Spitz, everybody. If you've got experience with developments, Sean Work is doing one in Yuba City, Marysville. Write down that name, Sean, Sean, Work, WORK. He's Wall Street top 100 producer in America. He's also right there in Sacramento, and a good friend of mine. And he will be more than happy to talk to you about what he's doing with his development. He's got a big development up by Yuba City, Butte, Sutter. Sean Work. I can connect you. In fact, if you text me, I'll just do
I'll text you.
text you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Wait, she's putting herself out there. She's putting out there. By the way, with the 5-year-old, an 8 and a 9-year-old, how many homes did you sell in the last 12 months?
72.
In the worst market in 40 years. Wow. So, you can make excuses or you can make dust. If I were you, I don't know who you are, but you need to say, Shay, can I talk to you for 10 minutes next week? No, I don't know. Just somebody's like,
I would love it.
So, wow, did you hear that? And you guys are so chicken. You hear these amazing speakers, and then you don't call them. You don't reach out to Tina Cole. Well, Tina Cole would never talk to me. Really? I think you'd find she'd go, I would love it. She just may need to book you in 2 weeks or a week, right? I was going to Fiji for 19 days. I didn't talk to hardly anybody. It's not because I'm not willing. I was just, I remember just calling my mom would be 10 to 15 calls to finally get an outbound call. Fiji's a great place to go if you want to check out. Now I know why Tony Robbins has this little fantasy island. You can't work there. I tried. Anyways, it's awesome. I wasn't going to do much, but boy, it really made me chill. So thank you, Shay. And, okay. So number one was, how many listings do you want to take and how many buyer sites do you want to do? Number 2, how big of a revenue share organization would you like in 2025? Just dream a little. Like, oh, I'm tired of this. It has been the worst market in 40 years. It's a recession of units. I get it. We are getting ready to explode. We're going to get 2 more rate drops. The uncertainty of the politicals will be over. We'll have a new president. And that's going to be really good for some of you because you're going to love who gets elected. It's going to be really bad for other of you. It doesn't matter who gets elected. Some of you are going to be like, but you know what? You're going to be, it doesn't matter who gets elected. You're going to kick butt and take names. When Reagan was an awesome, Bush, awesome, Clinton, awesome, Obama, awesome, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters. I get it. Vote for the people, everything. But after that, go get to work and do what you got to do for your family. Shay would have sold 72 homes, whether Trump was in office or Biden. And next year, when Kamala's in office or Trump, she's going to go probably sell 72 homes again. She's going to do development. So, the cat doesn't got your tongue, and you're not driven by the federal rate cuts, but I'm telling you, they are coming. The certainty will be back in the market. And when people have certainty and interest rates drop, I really am predicting a boom in the market within 6 to 12 months. And this is the last man standing moment. We've been through a grind for 2.5 years. People are tired. And guess what? It's you, congratulations. And there's a swell on the horizon and it's coming from out there and you got to start paddling. This is about paddling. So when it hits, you're riding that wave with me. And those of you that are church people, someone who's kind of prophetic came up to me and said, hey, you're about to catch a huge wave and it's a 20-year run. So, 20 years, it sounds pretty good to me. I'm paddling, baby. I'm paddling. Why'd you need more money? No, I have promises to keep. Jeff Williams said to me this morning, he goes, I was so bored this summer. I houseboated and fished and rode in my Sea-Doo and he bought a home on the lake. They wanted to move to Indianapolis and Indiana and be on a lake. So they did it. They have this home. He goes, man, I did nothing for months and months and months. He goes, I got in such a depressive funk. He goes, man, you can only do that stuff for so long. You can only fish every day for so long. You lose your mind. And people ask me, why don't I retire? Because I got promises to keep. And I love what I do. If I hated what I do to want, but Jeff's like, he's back with a vengeance. He's like, I miss the people. I miss helping people achieve. And when you get your eyes off yourself and you help other people, your goals are a bygone conclusion. So how big of a revenue share organization do you want this year? 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000? You listen to me or already have 200. So maybe you want to go to 300 or 400 or 500. Some of you have 500 or 600. Maybe you want to end the next year, double 500 to 1,000. I don't know, but write that down. And then here's what I want you to do in 3 to 5 years. This is where it gets fun. And if any of you are in Roseville, go into my office. Rob will show you. And in fact, Rob, let's do share screen and show them a real-time production of my goals where I did this. And they're on the wall like this painting under light, like it's at the the Smithsonian, like it's in Europe at one of those displays. There's Rob. So there's the goals behind Rob's head and their yellow notepad, and we've hit all those goals. He's trying to look, he's got a thing follows him. That's pretty cool. But there they are written under glass because we did them all. And we did them all. So there are goals up to 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30, 40,000, and we hit them all. And then there's one goal on that board we have not hit. It's 100,000. And so I need you guys, and I want you guys to succeed. I want Frank Crandall to just have an incredible life and to have what he deserves. I want Courtney. I want Janet and David Mills. I want Noel Kreider. I want to help Shantae Cruz. I want to help you. And so we have, well, he didn't say my name, Maurice. I see you. I didn't forget you, baby. I want Maurice Murphy to have, but look at that smile. Dude, you could light up a room. Man, you got a smile. So here's the deal. I want to help you guys. Now, Vincent St. Louis, he's already in his convertible Mercedes, already taken all that. He doesn't need no help. But I'm just kidding. But Joel Johnson, man, I want to help you. And so you get your people together, look for your leaders, build a fire in the basement. But so 3 to 5 years from now, how big? Dream a little. I did. And I'm glad I did. What's your vision? How big of a rev share organization would you want? Because we are going to boom. We're going to hit a second boom, a second wave at EXP. It's going to be massive, and we're going to go global. And you think we're global? We're going to be in 100 countries, and we're going to ride this next bull market, and it's going to be awesome. And you're going to grow like crazy. And if you think that's not true, you are correct. It's not true for you. And if you think it is true, like I do, it is for me. Like it's physically defies the laws of physics that a bumblebee would fly. You take their body mass of their weight, those little thin wings, and it's scientifically an impossibility, but the bumblebee still flies. Shay, with a 5-year-old, 8 and 9-year-old, shouldn't sell 72 homes a year and be working on a huge development, but she's doing it because nobody told Shay it's a hard market. You can't do it right now. The average agent sells 2 homes a year, yet Shay did 72. I don't know about you. I would meet Shay. I would find out what she's doing. I interrogated the #1 Hispanic agent in the United States and found out how she does what she sells. She personally sells 227 homes a year. She has no buyer's agents. She has no listing specialists. She does it all herself. And she's found ways to leverage where she has a life and it's absolutely fascinating. But you can't meet these people. You got to go beyond that and interrogate. You need the gift of interrogation, find out how they do what they do. And I'll have to do a special Zoom to explain what she does. It is awesome what she's doing. Okay, next. We did the 3 to 5 year, how big of a team? Number 3, what do you want your FLQA count to be at the end of June 2025? Like, where are you at now? 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20, 18, 24? What do you want your frontline, like you've sponsored them and they're selling at least one home every 6 months, 2 homes a year. They're doing what the average real estate agent does in America, 2 homes a year. How many of those little suckers do you want on your front line? I'm just kidding. No one's little suckers, but you know what I mean? Those little FLQAs. How many do you want by June? Because if you set this for next December, you don't have to start till June. You got to have deadlines. You might even say, how many do I want by March? Deadlines are good. Okay. So, and then after you do that, how many do you want by the end of next year, December 2025? You want to have 30? I wouldn't do that. Because if you 2 or 3 fall off, now you're back down to 27, you lose all the profitability on your 7th line. So you want to ideally get up to 35 plus or 40, whatever. I'm at 44 right now myself, and I sleep well at night. You know, I've seen people go from 10 to 8, and it sucks, from 5 to 4 or 15 to 13. Or the worst numbers in the world are not 13. The worst numbers in the world is 19, 24, and 29, right? Because 20 unlocks level 5, 25, or no, 15 unlocks level 5, and 20 unlocks level 6, and 30 unlocks level 7. So it'd be, because we changed that a little bit. So it would be 14, 19, and 29. Those are the worst numbers in the world, to be off by 1. So you want to get over that. Number 4, what days will you prospect for real estate sales? So back to Noel, like, you take Shay. Shay is rocking it. She's doing 72. Unless she wants to go up to 100, I wouldn't recommend that for Shay. I'd say, Shay, you need to just focus on agent attraction. Do your development, but you need to focus on that repeatable income. But for Noel, you got to do both. You had to burn the candle at both ends a little bit, and it's not hard to do. You take, okay, I'm going to do real estate sales. For me, prospecting was Saturday, Sunday. I did open houses until I just had so many clients that I couldn't do them on Saturday anymore, and I showed property Saturday. And I only did open houses on Sunday. And then I kept dumping new clients on top of my client base, because I don't miss, me no cancel. And I would go to church and do open houses, until I had 60, 70, 80 buyers over months and months and months and months. And pretty soon I do an open house every couple of weeks, then an open house every 3 weeks. And then I haven't needed to do open house in years. But you got to get up and running. You need some momentum. And so I work like a dog Saturday and Sunday. Maybe you're going to door knock Monday through Friday, and you set aside 9 to noon to knock on doors, 40 doors every morning, period, rain or shine, like the postman. Maybe you're going to call the expireds. Maybe you do sphere marking, do 20 a day, times 5, that's 100 a week, times 4, that's 400 a month. You'll be tripping over the business. So when are you going to create the time to prospect for these? But listen to me. Listen to me, Linda. Listen. It must be in your calendar, or it doesn't exist. You won't do it. You put it in your calendar, and you freaking man up, you woman up, you go caveman, you go cavewoman, and you do it. Clark Broom taught me that. Clark, I'll be 59 in March, and that'll be 40 years ago. Actually 40 years ago. And so thank you, Clark. I've applied that my entire life. It has served me well to live by my calendar, not my emotion. I don't feel like doing it. Yeah, that's what children say. Okay. If you say, I don't feel like it, you're a child. Did you just call me a child? If you, of course, I would say, I don't feel like doing it, but after I do it, I feel great. So it's okay to not feel like it, but put some music on and suck it up and go do it. That's what grown men and grown women do. and your teenage children, like, I didn't clean my room. Nah, I didn't do the dishes. I didn't mow the backyard. I didn't take the trash out. I didn't feel like it. I was tired. I got excuses. You cannot be that person. And so, live by your calendar. Number 5, what day will you intentionally prospect for your rev share organization? I just did it one day a week. You have to do it every day. You can do it every day if you want. I did Fridays from 2 to 5. Everybody knows that if you've heard me speak. Fridays 2 to 5 was holy. Fridays 2 to 5 was sacred. Fridays 2 to 5, I'm just telling you, I didn't miss. Me no miss. I was there. And then when I was doing real estate sales, hot and heavy, Saturday, Sunday open houses, Saturday, Sunday open houses. And you know what? I did it hard for a while, so I didn't have to do it hard anymore. I will do today what other people will not do, so tomorrow I'll live the way they'll never live. Most people aren't willing to suck it up and push through. Okay, so I just want to say that. So what day will you intentionally prospect? I know somebody said they love to call Sunday evenings from 5 to 8. Everybody's home, everyone's kind of chill. They found that to be really effective for prospecting agents. Me, it was Friday afternoons, 2 to 5. Okay, next thing. Number 6, will you do events in your town? I know Michelle and Courtney have done some events locally where they are. It's been awesome. Noel Kreider would do wine and cheese and like a Friday happy hour, have a bunch of agents over, 20, 30 agents, and have a few bottles of wine and some cheese and grapes and crackers and kind of a social. And nobody got drunk. It was really fun. Do you remember that, Noel? Remember? And I'm proud of you for doing that. And so Matthew and Lexi are doing a huge weekend in Grass Valley this weekend. If you're in Sacramento, see them. Now it's more of a faith-based thing. If you're like, oh, I'm a zero with God, call it Matthew Stewart right there. Look at him, contact him and say, I want to go. I've been to what he's going to, led by Nicole. She's amazing. And so if you know you're a zero in the area of faith, because there's the big areas of your life, right? Faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. Faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. But if you're like, I'm a zero in the area of faith, go check it out. Go hang out. I would be there this weekend, but I have a wedding and I will not be able to be there. My nephew's getting married, so we're doing that. But Grass Valley, it's going to be fun Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. So if that's your area, like I want to explore, I just feel like I need something there, contact Matthew Stewart. Didn't know I was going to do that, but there you go. Matthew will make room for you and his wife, Lexi. There's Lexi behind him. Grab that picture. Show him the picture of you and Lexi. Every man is better with his wife. How many think Matthew's better with that gorgeous redhead from Ireland? She looks Irish, doesn't she? Yep. Much better, Matthew. It's the same with Kathy and I. You guys saw the picture of Kathy and I. I'm way better with my wife. Okay, next. Let me see. I'm almost done. Okay, here we go. Will you do events? Do little events. Bring your people together. They don't have to be big, 20, 30 people. It helps you grow. Trust me, you will put frontline on. Number 7, will you involve your upline, crossline, and EXP vice presidents of growth? Will you involve your upline or your crossline? Like maybe you're friends with Mark Barzell. He's amazing. He's my friend. We're crossline from each other. I've flown to Mark's city in Canada for him. He would, if I asked him to fly to Puerto Rico to come to a mastermind, he would do it. He would support me. I have friends. Why? Because I give and I love, and you get it back. If you don't have friends, be a friend and you'll have friends. Don't look for friends. Just be a friend, right? Okay. Number 8. Are you coming to EXPCon? I will be there. Cannot wait to see you guys. It is going to be freaking amazing. Don't miss it. Find me. Let's hook up. Let's grab breakfast, lunch, dinner. Let's grab coffee. Let's hang out. I'm on this 88-day challenge thing, so I will not have a glass of wine with you, but I will have a cup of coffee with you. You can have a glass of wine or a pina colada since we're in Miami with all the palm trees, whatever your deal is. That's fine. I have nothing against that, but I'm completely not doing that. Number 9, and more importantly, do you have your ticket to Cabo and do you have your oceanfront room? Fully all-inclusive. If you get your ticket today, you're going to opens up the portal to get rooms. They are half the price of what the resort would charge you, and it's fully all-inclusive. So get your oceanfront room today. Promote it. And then final question is, and we're done. Ready? How many you bring in your front line? How many you bring your front line? as a width, and then depth, like the Pope. He's always doing this. He's blessing you, right? The sign of the cross. Even Jesus knew it back then. No, I'm kidding. But it's width. How many you gonna bring? 10 in your front line? 15? The more people you bring, the bigger your group grows. Because major decisions are made at major events. We have Ed Milet coming this year. We have Tom Ferry coming this year. I'm working on another huge name. Bill Pipes will be there. Coach Bert's going to be there. Yeah, we got the website here. So there it is. So we just locked in Tom Ferry last week. And so if you go to expcabo.com, you can look at this, but it is going to be absolutely amazing. Nobody on the 1% Club's allowed to miss. You will love this. Bring your sweetheart, bring your kids. This great family resort, the Hyatt Ziva, fully all inclusive. You'll be treated like a king and a queen. The number one event we do. We're going to have the largest event and turnout we've ever had this year. We'll have over 1,100 there. It maxes. That's the most it holds. We're going to blow it out. So come here for sure. If you're missing EXP Cabo, do not miss this. Get your ticket today. I'm done. Hopefully. Oh, and how many do you want in your group? 10 in width, and then your group, you want to bring 40? You want to bring 80? How many are you going to bring in your group? The more people you get there, the more bounce you'll get. You get a bounce off these events. I got bringing key people to EXPCon in Miami, be hanging out with them, introduce them to the right people. We get a bounce. Same thing about Cabo next March. Don't miss it, because then you go 2 years without having that kind of a infusion, shot in the arm. So that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the 1% Club. We're going to start Mastering Sales with Brent Gove in 5 minutes, just because I have to go run and use the restroom because I drink too much water. That's right. I'm drinking so much water, and it hurts when you have to run. So etch and stay, right? I don't need 5 minutes, but I'm going to take 5 minutes, start the countdown clock. For those of you who want to stick around, we're doing Mastering Sales with Brent Gove. Love you all. Have a great day. And we'll see you next week if I don't see you for Mastering Sales. Back in 5 minutes. Bye.